The money dried up fast. Friends who once partied with him disappeared. Siblings who had borrowed from him suddenly had emergencies of their own. The house help stayed only because Cecilia had secretly paid her salary in advance. Kelvin lay in the dark, staring at the ceiling, realizing for the first time how hollow his empire had been. One stormy night, broken and alone, he dialed the number he swore he'd never need again. Cecilia answered on the first ring. She came running, not out of weakness, but because something deeper than bitterness still burned inside her. She used her own savings to hire the best physiotherapist, cooked meals that smelled like hope, and brought the children home every weekend to sit beside their father's bed. She bathed him, lifted him, changed his soiled sheets without a word of complaint. Kelvin watched her in silent awe, the woman he had discarded now, carrying him like a broken king. Months of agony passed. Slowly, painfully, his legs began to obey again. The day the doctor declared he could walk with a cane, Kelvin felt reborn. But when he returned home that evening, the house was eerily quiet. Cecilia's closet was empty. Her wedding ring sat on the kitchen table beside a single folded note. I kept God's word when you broke every vow. Now I'm keeping mine to myself. The children are safe. Heal completely, Kelvin. Maybe one day you'll understand what love really costs. He searched frantically, friends, family, even old colleagues. Weeks later, he found her in a modest apartment across town, working 2 jobs and smiling again. Every single day after that, Kelvin showed up, not with flowers or grand gestures, but with proof. He sold the fancy apartment he had bought for Tonya and deposited every kobo into a trust for their children. He attended counseling, alone at first, then with her, when she finally allowed it. He took over the school runs, cooked dinner on the nights she came home exhausted, and sat on the floor beside her bed some nights, just to pray out loud for the marriage he had almost murdered. One quiet evening, after the children were asleep, he knelt before her, legs still trembling from the effort, and said, I worshipped the wrong woman. I lost everything to find out the only one who never left was you. If you let me, I'll spend the rest of my life earning back what I threw away. Cecilia looked at the man who had once broken her, now humbled and whole. She didn't answer with words. She simply placed her hand on his head, the same way she had laid hands on him in the hospital, and whispered, We'll see, Kelvin.